begin today, on this beautiful day, 1st of November 2020. We sit together to do puja. We ask Bhagavan to bless us, guide, protect us, accept our offering of love. Join together with us, Bhagavan. Shower your blessings onto us and help us to be filled with love, happiness, and prayerfulness. We recite the mantra Om, that sound which instills in us all positive vibrations. Reverberate our soul, Bhagavan. Fill our life with your presence, with your divine vibration. Gajanam bhutaganaadisevitam Kapitajambhu phalcharurbhakshitam Umasutam shokavinashikarakam Namami Vibhaneshwara Padar-pankajam Om Bhaktatundaya Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive Sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Om Shri Gauri-divyai Namaha Nagendra-haraya Trilochanaya Bhasmagaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. The obeisance to the feet of our Guru. Hey Prabhu, you lead us from darkness to light in the form of this mortal form that you provided for us, to get your blessings, to get your teachings, to be illuminated. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Prabhu, instill our life, in our life, your presence, your happiness, your consciousness, your divine presence always, may always be with us. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah Madhusudhanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah Om Klim Krishnaya Namah Om Shri Govinda Bhagavan Ki Jai. Sing together, pray together, love God together. Join in singing praises to Ganesh Ji to remove all difficulties. May God's presence and blessings be with you always.
Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati. बुद्धिहीन
हनुमान की। प्रेम से बोलो श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। बजरंगबली जय 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 हनुमान। हनुमान जी एकादश रुद्र incarnation of Shivji Bhagwan. When he stood before Ravan, Ravan said, I have destroyed the 10 Rudras, I have conquered them. Who are you to stand before me? He said, I am Ekadash Rudra. I am the 11th form of Shivji Bhagwan, and I can destroy you like that. But that is not my job. Such is the greatness of Hanumanji, knowing that before all else, God came first. And recognizing that thought, let's join together in prayer to Shivji Bhagwan. We sit upright, we keep our spine straight. We invoke the presence of that divinity, supreme divinity. We meditate on his beautiful form, cool and calm. Nothing bothers him. Help us to be like that. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva Hara Hara Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Hara 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Hara 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 Shambho. Shiva Hara Shiva 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 Shambho. Hara 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Hara 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. It's still in my life. Close this to my voice. Sitaram, everyone who's joined us here together in the Mandir today, practicing social distancing as per the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Health, keeping ourselves safe, keeping our families safe, and most importantly, keeping our mind and body in tune with Bhagavan. Before moving on to the katha that I want to share, it's more of a pravachan, speaking to you about certain things. I would like to invite you to just leave me for a moment for those of you who don't have your Bhagavad Gita close by. So those of you who are on Facebook or following us in any manner, take a few moments while I sing this short chant and ask Bhagwan's grace and blessing as we take our Bhagavad Gitas and bring it together with us, so we will have it. I have my Gita Press one, so we can all join in the same translation. Those of us who are here in the Mandir, there are Bhagavad Gitas in the front. Please come, receive them so you can follow along with me. And we sing together whilst you're getting your Bhagavad Gitas. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan We are in the midst of a season when we are fasting. For many of us, the fasting may have begun since the Ganesh Ji Utsav, continuing and continuing. Some of us may have started fasting a little later on, but definitely by the time of Navratri, we started fasting in readiness for the advent of Lakshmi Mata to our home on Diwali Day. And that is in 2 weeks. We are cleaning and clearing, preening and pruning, ensuring that God has a clean place to come into. The most important place for God to come is into our heart and our mind. And yesterday I was speaking to my sister and my brother, Pandit Rudi and Neelaji. I was saying this year, unlike last year, we won't be in the Mandir doing the Karwa Chauth fast because of what is happening with COVID. But last year we did the Karwa Chauth fast. We did the Karwa Chauth puja. Those of us who attended were able to renew vows and go around the fire 7 times, taking this up to God once again, and renewing our commitment to each other. And yesterday, after I had the conversation, because for the first time I wasn't sure what I was going to speak about today, I went online to see what people were saying about Karwa Chauth. And I was looking at NDTV, which is emanating out of India, and they were asking different people in India, what does Karwa Chauth mean to you? And many of them, I was very surprised, many of them said, it means nothing, it makes no sense to me. How can my fasting make my husband live longer? And they were ridiculing it. And I thought, unfortunately, there are these thoughts of how can my fasting, how can my prayer help someone else? Because I've been taught that if I were to fast and do puja, and if I pray, that is to elevate myself. But how does my fasting help someone else? So I thought, let me spend a little time today on fasting. And you know, the lawyer in me must mean that I need to have scriptural background. So I will refer you to the Bhagavad Gita to help us understand the concept of fasting. In my research, I saw that the Sanskrit word for fasting is upavas. So it's not a vratam, that is different. It is also something that we do. But the word in Sanskrit for fasting is upavas. What does it mean? To come nearer. To come nearer to whom? To come nearer to Bhagwan. So that is what fasting is. To help us to become nearer to Bhagwan. And now I would ask you to take your Bhagavad Gita, because what you eat, how you eat it, it is very important. So we go now to chapter 17 of the Bhagavad Gita, and I want to start from chapter 17, and we will only read the English today. And I want us to share. We want to start with chapter 17, verse 3. Those of you who are at home, pick up your Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 3. Bhagwan said, the faith of all men, now when he's saying men, it doesn't mean only men, it means women, children, everybody. The faith of all men conforms to their mental disposition. So how you think, that is how you shall be. Arjuna. Faith constitutes a man or woman. Whatever the nature of your faith, verily he is that. What you think, what you have in your mind, that is who you are. That is who you are going to be. So he starts off Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 3, Krishnaji tells us now what you think is important, because that defines who you are. He goes on to speak now about people of sattvic disposition, how to do important things, severe penance and so on. And it's important what he says here at chapter 17 verse 6. I want to take you to there. 5 and 6. Men, again, men and women, I keep saying that, so take that as a given, who practice severe penance of an arbitrary type, not sanctioned by the scriptures. So what Bhagavan is telling us, if you are going to fast, follow what the books tell you. You don't pick up something just by yourself. Not sanctioned by the scriptures, and who are full of hypocrisy and egotism. I'm the best faster that there is. When I fast, I will see God, and when I come outside, everybody will bow before me. Those people who are full of hypocrisy and egotism and are obsessed with desire, attachment and pride of power, and who emaciate the elements constituting their body as well as me. What does that mean? So in other words, you starve yourself for days, emaciating your body. So that's not the point of fasting, he's telling us now. It is not to starve yourself. It is not to make sure some people, when they're fasting for Navratri, this is a chance to lose some weight. The Supreme Spirit dwelling in their heart know that these senseless people, who has he described? People who are doing penance, not sanctioned by the scriptures, who are obsessed with power, and full of hypocrisy and egotism. Those are senseless people, he is saying. Krishna Bhagavan is saying it, not me. Who have a demonic disposition. And now he turns to the importance of food. Chapter 17. Food also, which is agreeable to different men according to their innate disposition, is of three kinds. Chapter 17, verse 7. And likewise, sacrifice, penance, and charity too are of three kinds. And verses 8, 9, and 10. You can take a quick read through. He describes the different types of food. And why it is important, it is because the different types of food impact upon you differently. Remember how he started? He is saying what's in your mind determines who you are and how you are. But to get the mind in the right place, let me define the types of food which influences your mind. Krishna Bhagavan is methodical. He is analytic. He is not just saying, sit and think of me. He is being practical. You are going out there, you're going to eat different things, you're going to eat different things, it's going to impact upon you. Here is what I am saying to you. Chapter 17, verses 8, 9 and 10 tells you the kind of food that you, as followers of Sanatana Dharma, should be eating or avoiding. Decision is yours. Bhagavan doesn't take it away. He gives you the right to make the wrong decision if you want. That's alright. You get a chance, you will get to do it over again. You could get wrong in your exam. You get a chance to write it over. And then he goes on, because this is where I want to focus. I want to take you now to verse 13 and taking you on from there, because those verses in between doesn't mean that they're less important. You take the time and you read them and you get a chance. But let's go to 13. A sacrifice. What is he speaking about? A sacrifice. Not sacrifices as done by some people where a life is lost. And millions over the world rejoice it and say, oh, that is a sacrifice, and therefore that is worthy of anything. No, it is not worthy of anything. Not that type of sacrifice, taking a life. A sacrifice, in this case he is speaking about puja and yajna, which is not in conformity with scriptural injunctions. So he is defining it. If you're taking a life, then it is not in conformance with scriptural injunctions. Why? Scriptural injunction says, you shall not take a life. You shall be non-violent. That is what scriptural injunction tells you. So if you're doing puja, which says take a life, know that you're already starting off on a wrong basis. Krishna Bhagavan is saying it, not me. That sacrifice which is not in conformity with scriptural injunctions, in which no food is offered. Do you see how important it is in our tradition? When we have yajnas and we have pujas, food is offered afterwards. But even during the puja, Naivedyam samarpayami sharkara khata khadyani dadikshir kritanicha. The mantra says sharkara, sugar, khata khadyani dadikshir kritanicha. You're offering dahi, ghee. So it tells you what is to be offered. Sattvic types of food you're offering for Bhagavan. So he's saying, when you have a puja, when you have yajna, where you don't follow scriptural injunctions, where you have no food being offered, where you have no sacrificial fee. What is sacrificial fee? That is the dakshina. Some people say, oh, Pandit only want dakshina, Pandit only want dakshina. Bhagavan Krishna Ji is saying, yes, offer. That is what it is. If you have a puja without those things, it's not complete, he is saying. Which is without the sacred chant of mantras and devoid of faith, that is said to be tamasic. But he goes on. Worship of the devatas. When we say gods, they don't have a word for translation of devata in English. So, in our poor translation, we say gods. We are people of many gods. No, we're not many people of many gods. We have one God. But when they say gods, what are you talking about? They're talking about the devatas. Who are the devatas? These are the shining beings who have been elevated in a particular way and fulfill a particular function. Worship of the devatas, the Brahmins, one's guru, one's elders, great souls, purity, straightforwardness, continence, non-violence. These are the penance of the body. So the first lesson he is giving us as to how to fast. This is the first thing to do. What is it? Chapter 17, verse 14. He is telling us, if you are keeping a fast, this is what I want you to do. So having described food, having described how important food is, now he is saying if you have to fast, it is more than just not eating food. He is saying this is part of the tapasya, the penance, worship of the devatas, worship of the Brahmins, worship of your guru, worship of your elders, great souls, purity, straightforwardness, that is honesty, continence, and non-violence. That is how the first lesson, the first limb of fasting that Krishna Bhagavan is telling us about. How to do tapasya and penance. Secondly, verse 15, words which cause no annoyance, don't quarrel with anybody, to others, and are truthful, speak the truth. I always remember Guruji Sankeshwara, speak the truth, but sweetly. I say that more than one time. You know, I just talk my mind. No, that's what people say. That is just an excuse to insult someone else. Bhagavan tells you at verse 3, your mind reveals the type of person you are.
If that's what your mind has to say, then probably we need to do some more penance. If you're not being kind and we're insulting other people if you talk in your mind. Bhagavan is saying, be truthful, be agreeable and beneficial, as well as the study of the Vedas and Shastras and the practice of the chanting of divine name, that is known as the penance of speech. So the second limb of fasting. So the first limb we've spoken about, the penance of the body. Second, he's talking about tapasya. When he speaks penance, in our words again, penance does not translate properly what tapasya is. And that is what he's speaking about, that type of prayer. That is the tapasya he's talking about. Speaking, no quarreling, being truthful, agreeable and beneficial, study of the Vedas, listen, watch your Bhagavad Gita and so on, your Ramayana, and singing the name. So he's telling us how to fast. I pause it to once again repeat. Fasting is not just about not eating. Bhagavan Krishna is telling us how to do the tapasya. 116. Cheerfulness of mind. So you might think, wait a minute. I am here getting dizzy and not eating food. How can I be cheerful of mind? Cheerfulness of mind, placidity, cool and calm. Look at the lake, no ripples. That is placidity. Your mind is not being influenced negatively or positively even. You are just singing God's name. Contemplation on God, control of the mind, perfect purity of inner feelings. All this is called austerity of mind. Third limb, the tapasya of the mind. So the question will ask, Panditji, if I'm fasting, can I go on Facebook? Panditji, if I'm fasting, can I go on Instagram? Panditji, if I'm fasting, can I go on TikTok and Twitter? Real questions, and the real answer is no, unless you listen to bhajans. No, unless you're listening to some guru who's telling you of life's answers to life's questions. That is fasting. He didn't say the word Instagram and so on in chapter 17, verse 16, but he is saying perfect purity of inner feelings. If you are to get yourself into the thought process that is involved in all of social media, happiness and sadness, nonsense, or whatever it might be you're looking at, does that give you any of these three things? And if it doesn't give you any of those three things, then you are not fasting. But Pandit Anati did meet. Okay, baby steps we have to say. So you now start off, baby steps you say, okay. Year 2, but we don't want to be baby steps all of our life. Isn't that correct? We have to grow up a little bit. So it can't be that every year for Navratri, and every year for Diwali, and every year for any of the fasts, or the extent of our fast is only when I stop eating meat, or stop drinking alcohol. Then that doesn't make sense. We're not growing, we still remain childish. Bhagavan is telling us what he wants you to do. Where is it? Chapter 17. What verses? You have seen them for yourself. I didn't make it up. He is telling us how we are to do our tapasya. So the message then is help to grow. Once you grow like that, you begin to glow inside. You begin to radiate goodness and happiness. It's 9:19, so much to talk about. I wanted to take you to chapter 9, verse 29. That is your homework. 9, verse 29. See what he says about it. That those of us who practice that devotion, how you become to Him. So to answer the question, how can my fasting help somebody else? So much really to talk about. But it boils down very much to this. Upavas, we started off. By becoming closer to God, you can ask God on behalf of someone else for their blessings to be had. And it is nothing new. During Pitru Paksh, for 2 weeks, we pray on behalf of those who have gone before and ask God, look after them wherever they are. We do it all the time for Bhai Bhuj, for Raksha Bandhan. Sisters and brothers should be praying for each other. So I want to introduce that thought to everyone this year. Bhai Bhuj this year, sisters and brothers, fast for the welfare of your brother and sister. I will do it. Will you do it? Because it must have meaning. You are asking God, Upavas, stay close to me, but not only close to me, stay close to my brother, my sister, stay close to my husband, my wife, stay close to my family. You know, in some places, you don't get something done unless you know somebody. Well, you be the person who knows somebody. That somebody is Bhagwan. And you say, Bhagwan, look, this one needs a little help, that one needs a little help. Send your positive vibrations. So much to talk about. But this is what I want to leave you with because of our reduced time. May God bless each and every one of you. I would want you to go back and revise for the test. The test is a test of life. The revision, chapter 17, as we have recited. Chapter 9, verse 29. Prem Smurush Govinda Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Bhajans.
We'll have Arti Bhajan. We invite you to stand at this juncture just to show that we will be performing Arti. We will inform you of the procedures after we have completed the final prayer.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhaat Jano Ki Sangat Naas Jano Ki Sangat Jagadi Dur Kare Om Jai
As we conclude our puja and our satsang this morning, we give thanks to you, Bhagwan, for all of the blessings that you have given to us. This morning, we pray in a special way for devotees who lost their loved ones within recent times. Our own devotee Esther, who's lost her mom recently, we offer prayers for the benefit of our Atma. For our devotees this morning who have been the victims of armed robberies recently, and there have been a few of them, we pray to you, Bhagwan, to protect them, to guide them and to inspire them. To the so many people globally, nationally, who are victims of illness, who are victims of some crime, who are affected in some way by some problem, we ask for your blessings upon them. Give them that strength and that fortitude to overcome all difficulty. For we recognize your Prabhu as mother, as father, as family, as friend, as knowledge, as wealth, as everything to us. We surrender ourselves completely to you as we offer this final mantra. Hari Om Tvameva Mata Shabika Tvameva Tvameva Nantu Shasika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Madhiveva Deva Om Sato Ma Sargame Tamaso Ma Jyotirgame Mrityurma Mritam Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Praise Bole Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai, Umapati Mahadev ki Jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai, Aaj Shakti Nava Durga Maiya ki Jai, Shri Mantra Hanuman ki Jai. Praise Bole Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. To those around you, Satya, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram. Devotees, brothers and sisters, I want to thank you all this morning for attending in a face-to-face setting as we have been permitted to do by the recent regulations, and to remind you that we will be having face-to-face services and satsang every Sunday morning from 8:30 to 9:30 following the proper practices. Just to remind you, as you come in, please sanitize at the station, and then as you come into the mandir, maintain the physical distancing by sitting on the benches in the spaces provided. We have family benches as well for families who wish to sit together. As you come forward to perform your arati, some of you may have done it before the service or satsang began, some of you will do now. Please, whoever is needing, take one of the disposable gloves, which is on the table right here. You proceed, you perform your arati, and then when you complete your arati, please dispose of the gloves in the bin, and you can sanitize your hands. If you are leaving, you can again do your pranam by the thali that is prepared by the entrances. If you wish to make a contribution to the mandir, if you want to offer in that regard, please place it in the boxes or in the donation box before you exit. We hope that all of you continue to stay safe and stay protected. May you have a very powerful week ahead. On all our behalf, I want to extend our own thanks to Panditji for his wonderful discourse this morning. And I also want to remind you of upcoming Diwali celebrations, which will be done virtually. You will be given the flyers. The youth group is putting together the Diwali program, which will be on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook page. So please, you will be getting the information that you can share. And finally, I want to extend birthday greetings to Ashta, who will be celebrating his 24th birthday on Wednesday. May Bhagwan bless you, may He keep you, may He always guide you. And to all of the persons who may be celebrating anniversaries or birthdays, we want to extend Bhagwanji's blessings. So going, Jai Sitaram, everyone. If you're coming forward now, please observe the signs and the distancing and the protocols in terms of wearing of gloves.